What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the vlog. Have you ever wondered how these owner operators are operating and averaging $2 a mile? Could you actually profit off $2 a mile? Let's talk about it. You know, I'm actually just happy that this spindle, or what are they? A spindle, yeah, the spindle is in freaking decent shape. Based on what we see in the truck so far, I was expecting the worst. This bad boy right here, just bad shape, man. Everything is just in bad shape, you know. It's just insane. The good thing is, like I said, nothing was damaged on the spindle, right? And we got us a new one of these. We're not gonna be reusing this because it looks bad. It's just in bad shape, you know. Can we just take a moment, man? Just We're doing all of this work in this dirt lot. If you haven't hit that like or subscribe already and you're watching this video, come on, give it a like. Let's talk about the load board. So based on what I see on the load board here lately, is that the ongoing average is $2 a mile. Now, I see a lot of people that comment like, you can't make money off of $2 a mile. Depends, I guess. I mean, let's run some numbers, shall we? Let's say you decided to invest in trucking. After you've done all your research, you've been driving for a while as a company driver and you've done some research, and then you were able to save up 50K-ish, right? And you're looking at around a 30K truck. Let's put my own personal experience, for example, right? A lot of people would recommend that you want an extra leeway even after you get the truck. And that, I completely agree with that. 100% agree. This is the second time I'm starting over, or I'm starting my authority up and running, and I guarantee you, you need that at least extra 20K of leeway to get rolling. So you own your equipment and you invested 50K into it, right? We're gonna base the calculations based on 90K a year in mileage. So that's actually a full-time OTR. I think that's about 2,000 miles a week or something like that. Based on the numbers I have on the screen, right? We're running 90K miles, and right now in the Las Vegas area, we're gonna work with that fuel, with that kind of fuel, which is an average of 3.5 per gallon, right? $3.50 a gallon after your discount and everything. That's the average that we're gonna work with, and we're also gonna work with with an average of 7 mpg truck. When you divide 90K into 3.5, you will get 50 cents a mile. That's how much you're gonna run on fuel. Every mile you move that truck, is gonna be 50 cents for every mile. Now let's look at my insurance. My insurance is a little high. It's 18K a year. That's pretty high. As a matter of fact, right before I shut down, I was only paying 14K. So they added an extra 4K. Why, I have no idea, but it's 18K a year, and that turns out to be another 20 cents a mile. Every mile I move that truck, it costs me 20 cents a mile in insurance. I separated oil change from maintenance. The reason for that is because maintenance is a guesstimate. Oil change is fixed, okay? So me, I'm doing every 15K. So every 15K, if you divide 14K miles into 90K, you get 6.4. So we'll go ahead and round that up to 7. So when you have 7 oil changes a year, you're gonna be ending up at 400, an average of $400 every oil change. That's if you get it done at the shop, okay? So $400 in oil change, and that turns out to be 2,800, which is 0.03 cents a mile. So that's 3 cents per mile you're is costing you on oil change every time you move the truck. Now on maintenance, that's like an assumption, right? So when you're assuming that you're gonna blow a tire, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. A lot of people recommend maintenance after your truck is DOT ready. A lot of people recommend that you put away 10 cents to 15 cents a mile in maintenance. I disagree. In today's time, the way they raise up parts and everything, I would say go up to 20 cents. And that's what I did on this figure, okay? 20 cents a mile is what I'm gonna put on the side for maintenance on this truck. A reason why I'm saying 20 cents because the 2 years that I had that other Freightliner, right, I was averaging 22K a year in maintenance. That's including oil change and everything, okay? So after I got it DOT ready on initial investment, I was looking at $22,000 a year. After I had a lot of DEF problem with that truck, so you know I did the one box, the DPF filters twice, and I did a lot of other things to it. So I don't know how that gonna turns out as far as like on mechanical parts and things on this truck. I feel like this truck should do better as far as emission. So hopefully that's the case. Now let's talk about your licenses. If the IRP, your drug consortium, and all of these other things, right? That turns out to be where's my little note here? I'd say altogether that's less than 4,000, right? Depending on who you use, what you use, and things like that, and how you run, where you run, as far as safety, how much fuel, and all of that, right? I'd say around 4,000, right? $4,000 a year, and that's gonna turn out to be 4 cents a mile. Let's say you have a truck payment. We're gonna add this on the truck payment, right? You don't own the truck outright. Let's say you have a truck payment of $1,400 a month. That's $16,800 a year in truck payment, and that's gonna be 18 cents to the mile. Okay, so here's where we are. Cleaned up those things right there. That's actually a bushing right there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bushing there. When that bushing go bad, you're gonna need to replace that. When you buy a brake kit, usually it comes with that bushing and it comes with this, right? Right now, for now, because it's Sunday, we're not gonna be doing. We're not gonna go to the parts store because there's no parts store that's open right now. We just go ahead and maintain it and put it back together. We cleaned her up. Yes, I lied. I said I wasn't gonna touch it, but I did. We cleaned it up. Tried to clean it up as much as we can, right? And we're just gonna put her back together. Those brakes still looks decent. That's why I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna wait until we get some parts and replace both of them at the same time. But at least these ones are broken now. These things, they usually get stuck. Trust me. These things usually get stuck, and a lot of times people that changes your brake, they don't even change this. They don't even unstuck this. So you always want to make sure those are those are rolling. You want to try to make sure that those are always rolling. Your S-cam, you want to make sure you check your bushings, okay? I think this one is okay. These hardware, they're a little rusty, but I think they'll be okay. I wish we had some new hardware, but we just don't have any right now, and we cannot have this truck sitting like this, okay? So we're gonna put it together just like the way it is right now, and once we get some more hardware, we're gonna go ahead and change them all at the same time. But at least we got this cleaned up pretty well. go. We had to move her to a different location. They kicked us out of our little area over there. But we're in a bobtail location now. Supposedly, this is a bobtail location. I would say she looks a lot better for sure. I can tell the difference. I don't know, it might be me going crazy, but I can kind of tell that there's a difference there. Like, pretty much even now. I don't know if I have the freaking camera tilted or not, but I have to say I'm a little sad because our work with her, well, it never ends, but some of the major work is coming to an end soon. We'll update you on the next video. I'm real happy in the way she's turning out so far. I think even though we're doing a lot of work to the truck, I think I'm gonna be happy at the end of all of this, you know? So anyway, so let's talk about $2 a mile. Can you still make $2, or can you still make money off of $2 a mile? Shoot, absolutely, man. I guess it depends on how much you wanna make, really, you know? I mean, yeah, it would be nice to make more than that. It would be nice to average $3 a mile, but that's not where we are right now, you know? Believe it or not, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, right before COVID, the rates were not that great. Look it up, trust me. The rates were not that great, average-wise, across the board, you know? So, I mean, who's to say that this is not normal, right? I think the only reason why we're having a hard time right now is because of fuel prices. Fuel is so much more expensive right now than what it was, and plus everything that you gotta do to, you know, operate. So it's like, it costs a lot more to fix your truck, it costs a lot more for parts, you know, it costs a lot more to freaking fuel it up, it costs a lot more to operate, you know. But other than that, there's not much of a difference, right? From 18, I mean, yeah, pre-COVID or post-COVID, right after COVID and post-COVID, it was amazing rates, right? But that's not the normal though. If the national average is under $2 a mile and you're taking $2 a mile, I think you are winning. Now, are you actually winning is the actual question, because it's like that's when your individual numbers is what matters. You know what I mean? Your number compared to the other guy's number are different than, I mean, they're just completely different. You know what I'm saying? So if I haul for something, it's a business, man. You know, that's what the people don't get. You know, it's a business. No matter what, it's a gamble. No matter how you look at it, it's a gamble. When you bought a truck, it's a gamble, because the engine on that truck could have easily blown up on you, and then boom, you're out 30, 40K. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it the way we calculated these numbers, I think $76,000 a year is okay. You know, it's not great. You're not gonna be like rich, you know what I mean? You're not gonna be eating out every night. But after your maintenance and everything, and then you take home $76,000, then we're not gonna talk about taxes. I'm not a tax expert, so you ask your tax professional about that. But it's just, what I'm getting at is that I think $76,000 a year towards you as the employee gross income, I think that's okay. And also you have that maintenance money that's, you know what I mean, that's accumulating. Hopefully that it accumulates enough to where you can put that in your pocket or go buy another truck. You know what I mean? That's just the name of the game. That's just how it works, you know. There goes another T680. A lot of people love these T680s. There's a T680 there. T680, T680. I'm yeah, that's not a 660. So yeah, and guess what? Another T680. But I guess closing remarks is that, like, you know, you can't really blame these people that are doing it. You know what I mean? I can't tell you personally that I am gonna do that, but I might do that. You know, it's just like I said. It's just, if my truck is sitting right and it's just accumulating dust, and I'm spending all of these money on, you know, permits, insurance, and all of that, I'm gonna take a $2 a mile run. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna average $2 a mile, and make some money. You know, like I said, that would be $76,000 a year towards me. You know, and if you didn't have that freaking truck payment and you just bought the truck cash, you know what I'm saying? And you're adding another like 16,800 towards that 76,000. So I think it's okay. But anyway, yeah, that's I did ran those numbers. You know, I was wondering if you could run a $2 a mile, and I ran the numbers, and yeah, you could. You absolutely could. Now, I don't suggest it. Not at current freaking, you know what I mean, expenses. But if expenses go down, yeah, I mean, you can keep running, I guess. You know, I don't see no issue with that. Anyway, rambling. I'm happy. We're getting somewhere with the truck. We will see y'all in the next video.